is it just so energizing finding out about yourself and just how so many things can explain everything that you think.
Man, look, like even if you like if you even know how to use it, you use it yourself. But once you start breaking it down, your family members and just regular people, like
It's
you,
crazy.
it's crazy. It's literally crazy. It's literally crazy. You
It's
break it down on
crazy.
people, things, sports, states. It's like what the fuck.
Everything, yeah, everything falls into place. I feel it makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
It does. We China's not gonna be too far ahead for too much longer. And then on top of that, I
Right.
see I see it like this. It's like wisdom is just knowing what
No,
to say.
guys, it doesn't have to be China, which is the other choice. For example, today I am in Rabat in Morocco, Kingdom of Morocco. I am in North Africa today. Okay, I don't live here, but I am here to visit family. And the amount of new knowledge, things I had no clue about that I've learned these past days is uh, unimaginable. Because I'm a Western kid, me myself. I was born in Oslo, in Norway, and I live in Norway still this day. And my ancestors are from Morocco, so I come here to visit them, visit what's left.
Hey, that part. So look, wisdom is just knowing what to say and when to say it and why you're saying it. Not knowledge is just literally knowing what to say. But if you don't have good timing or discernment, that don't fucking get you nowhere. Straight up.
Understanding, yep.
Like, cause
Yep.
I said this last time in the space. Even a fool is considered wise when he shuts the fuck up. You know, this is real.
Abs- Absolutely.
Uh,
Hey, you all noticed that California got hit earlier this year, right?
What do you mean?
you said did we notice?
Did y'all know it's like I'm trying to like make a correlation between California and New York. Um,
Uh-huh.
so California is a dog state, and last year was the dragon year. So you notice how California's on fire, went on fire on the last days of the dragon year, right? So my thing is, if New York is a rat country, well, a rat state, or like even New York City might be a rat city, I'm literally gonna watch that whole state throughout the whole year of 2026 and the beginning of 2027.
Yo, you know the theory we were talking about last time. That shit applies to states, businesses, anything that is in this existence as well with the birthday.
Yep.
Yep, founding year, yep.
And I don't even. I'm thinking about it right now. I don't know the numerology of California. I don't know the solar, lunar, or the true numerology of any of these motherfucking places. I just happened to come across that concept one time because I was studying, and I'm like, hold on, because in Botsi that practice they use the masculine and the feminine polarity up and down the entire science.
Hmm.
So I just took that same method and applied it to the numerology. It's not that crazy, but shit, that shit's accurate though.
Yeah, it's like process of elimination in a sense.
Yeah, and I was like, I can't really like say that this is something I want to include in my consultations unless I test it out and back test it and actually can verify that this is legit, and it is.
Dang.
Shit, but hey, motherfucking Einstein didn't probably get as much time to hang out with Nikola Tesla as he wish he could have.
No, that would
Just
been dope.
that's the thing. Like it's like, yo, if you can put some time into something good, and also clean out this vessel and the physical, so that the mental and spiritual
Hmm.
awareness can come down. Because let's be real, man. Like sometimes you might find some messages in your dreams, or just by hearing something on the radio that happens to literally correspond with your current thought, and it's something that you either can see or can't, that's trying to communicate with you and get you to understand that you are something beyond just this physical realm. Like our intelligence is off the charts. If you have access to it, you can't be eating McDonald's and just suppressing yourself every fucking chance that you get. That's not how this works. But
Mm-hmm. So you're
So
gonna be like that ice cream machine during Biden's whole entire administration.
man,
Sorry. Where did the ice cream go? Biden had it. Now it's working. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I didn't mean to, because that was very, very true. Um, yeah. Yeah. A lot of messages. And it's so funny that you say that, because sometimes you don't even hear or see. It's like a feeling, right? Or maybe you do hear it, but it's like inside of your head. Like when a random thought comes into your head after, like, you thinking about something, hearing it on the radio, hearing it on the TV, or through somebody else having a conversation. It's just, yep, that's the energy.
this is it's actually scientifically proven. They talk about it in Napoleon Hill's book Think and Grow Rich, and how they put two different subjects with each 5 cards in their hands in the two different rooms. They couldn't see each other. They didn't even know each other existed. They said, "All right, use the telepathy. Try and guess the cards that are in the other person's hand in the other room." And
Hmm.
they said, "Yo," they said it's something that's valid. It's been scientifically proven because they ran the test. They ran the test, and it was true. In India, they call it the sixth sense. It's like that snake-like essence. You know, like they say in India, when you can
Hmm.
see that someone's a snake whisperer and they walk around with the snake, that's a sign that they've accessed something beyond the physical, which is simply called two terms. One is called the Taurus field. Another term for it is called the auric field. And
Whoa.
why the kids be just talking like, "Oh, he got aura." That's exactly what they're talking about. Like they see something beyond the body, like you glowing because you can't have the riches unless you become the riches.
Hmm.
So
Through
you
your
got,
mind and spirit. Yep.
yeah, and it's a real thing. But it's even better when you could feel it though, because when someone happens to have that aura, now
Oh
you
yeah.
you understand you're in that person's auric field. So
You feel, yeah, yeah, for some reason, like you're thinking things for this person or feeling things this
yeah,
person's feeling. Yeah, I do that on Spaces, actually. That's why I've kind of calmed down. I do it way too easy on Spaces. I can see people like smiling when like they're talking, like it's, yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. But
no,
that's why they also say we only know what 10%, or only know 10% of the brain, or whatever percentage. No, they only have you using that percentage.
yeah,
We know what the other side does.
yeah. That's just what they were trying to tell us that we should be able to have access to. Stop it. What if you mean to tell me if you read in the ad right now, humans have 100% access to their brain? That wouldn't change society. Of course, everyone would
Mhm.
be they would become smarter because they believe that they're smarter. It's whatever you believe, really. And then
I'm
on
gonna go
top
watch Lucy again. I'm gonna watch
of
that movie again.
that part,
Just don't watch Transformers, because then Elon's gonna pop up and you're gonna get really scared.
right?
Okay.
But what you were talking about though, Sarah, I call that the wind tuition. You know, you felt it and you use it to get the wind.
Yep. My kids hate it. They hate it. They can be in another room and I don't even have to, I just know. They hate it. They're like, "How do you know? Do you have cameras?" Nope. I just know.
Oh,
Like, what?
you hit it right on the nut. You said this is Mother Earth. This is your home
Mhm.
court. I'm serious.
Yeah, and that's another part, right? The whole as above, so below. And I think honestly, the whole diving into, at least from my perspective as a woman, okay, diving into the Bible with an open-minded likeness about everything, right? That's how I like to go at everything. That way, anything that's meant to go to me and comprehend, be like message to me, I get. So a lot of that has to do with a lot of the lessons that I was seeing in every single relatable story, right? They're just a bunch of stories of human existence and human experiences, right, all over the world, at least at that time, jumbled into one with the same humanity lesson in it. So that's when I learned the whole groundedness and the whole there's two to it, right? Because I also learned the whole what is it, deception of how the Bible is taught, not written, taught. That's why they're not lying when it says that that's the word of God. It's how it's interpreted and passed down, right? Again, it brings me to the Catholics being in charge of that. But yeah, no, you definitely find your answers there. But the lesson of humanity is to stay grounded, to stay here in the now, and don't have your head up, in the clouds, right? And also to stop expecting supernatural to happen, because honestly, the best and most magical thing in my opinion is natural phenomena, right? Things that happen just because the energy is there doing it. And no, a lot of people forget, a lot of people forget to stay grounded and to stop thinking they want to be something so much bigger than what they believe that they are, because of what we're told that we are from the very beginning of human society or our time in society. um that they're just, so lifted off of the ground that they're not even seeing all of the greatness in front of us, right? So yeah, no, it's definitely the mother earth, and then it's definitely the innovativeness that comes from the masculine, for sure.
Well, yeah, whether it's masculine, feminine, because the archetypes can switch. Like a feminine man can be with a masculine woman; they can love each other perfectly fine. I
And that's
seen.
fine, but that ain't gonna be me though.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's different archetypes of people in this world, but I think when it comes to any of these books, it could be the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, the Bible, the Zohar. I just go through them for inspiration, knowledge,
Uh-huh.
wisdom, and understanding. Because you just looking to better the quality of your life overall. And
Uh-huh.
if you learn something new, why not share it with someone that's open to it? Um, but yeah, it's always gonna be an opposite of what ever exists. So if there's good, there's gonna be bad. If there's light, there's gonna be dark. I just think at the this time, you might as well just hang around the people that you have. You don't have to force anything around. Like if you feel like you're giving something and so it's not being appreciative, which is like just time,
Uh-huh.
then it's probably best that you give your time to someone that you feel like is being valued. Because I think we kind of live in a society where it's normalized to give everyone access to our time, but
Uh-huh.
when really they probably don't even deserve that shit.
Exactly. No, they're energy suckers is what they are.
hmm And you got to
That's
learn how to cut that shit off so that you can value yourself and others can see value in you.
exactly. Exactly. And speaking of spaces specifically, me, if I'm not feeling the vibe, I'm gone. I don't even care. Like I just don't. And if I'm hosting, like I just boot immediately, right? Yeah, it's just people. Oh gosh, they just don't see it, and a lot of it is the fact that we've been on a media blackout basically, right, the past few years, and now everything is getting exposed. And I mean, people that aren't even on, the internet, they're still on Facebook and stuff, and they're still working and able to see what's going on. And it's crazy. People are just losing their mind, and everybody's giving their energy to every single thing. Which,
Uh,
off topic, what's up with that Chicago bean? What energy is that harvesting for
Huh?
what?
Who?
Chicago.
Wait, what? I'm lost.
There is a bean in the middle of Chicago for the scenery.
A
I don't
bean.
believe that. A bean, a black
Uh,
bean.
like how
Yeah,
big is this shit?
huge. Apparently, if you look into it, you can see the whole skyline behind you.
And this is on the news.
No, no, they don't
I'm
advertise
about
it
to
was
say
an
like
art project.
if this is on the news, then I don't believe it. I don't trust
No,
it.
I don't trust anything on the news, honestly, other than to get a
Yeah.
good laugh or to hear like a
Oh,
live
that's
press
crazy.
conference.
You go to the news to get a good laugh.
Oh my
That's pretty
gosh,
funny though.
yes. Yes. They're retarded.
That's pretty
Like
funny.
I was saying China, you can go on my page and you put China in the search. I was saying China freaking last year, bro, and I barely got on this app last year. Where you guys been? Get with it. Come on. But anyways, yeah, that's off topic, but they're definitely harvesting something in that Chicago bean. I did look it up because I was digging into the Space Needle. Why do we have a Space Needle where Bill Gates is?
Yeah, you know, we got that 2025 energy going right now. It's that universal nine with the snake energy. People having to shed that old skin, and it's not as easy as they might have thought.
Mm-hmm.
And it being a 9.
Right.
Yeah, these 9 life paths gonna learn this year. Fuck this shit.
He said, y'all can't run from this spiritual fade. But listen to this. It's I think a lot of people are just blind to it too. They don't quite know who's who. They have so much stress within their own personal lives, and they're just suppressed overall. They don't have the awareness to see the next step because they're still trying to figure out how to get through the day. And you know that just is a product of your actions and how you choose to and who you choose to well how you choose to move and who you choose to be around.
Yep. They
Um,
tell us that from a very early age too, just not based on energy.
yeah, and I see a lot of motherfuckers are actually if they can't tell, the right ones are starting to treat women with more respect because energetically y'all just got the ball back into your court for the next 20 years, and it started this year for the first year, and this is all like Chinese calculated
Genocide.
information. Yeah,
It is women genocide.
I wouldn't say that. That's kind of
I
crazy
would,
because
I would, because they're turning boys into girls and trying to take over. They started feminism. No real woman in her right mind would ever be advocating for feminism. I literally say every single day, multiple times a day, repeal the 19th. Okay, I
Yes,
don't feel
Lord.
like women need
Yes,
to
Lord.
be in men's decisions and problems.
Bro, women literally turn their brain off when they're around it when they're around the men they love. They literally turn their brain
Yes,
off.
yes, because you know what? Because innately, as a woman who is very aware and secure in her womanhood and knows what I know what a woman contributes to society, to life, right? I understand that. So being that kind of person, no, when a man walks in, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to listen. Why? Why? Because he knows more, because he experiences more, he deals with it in a more logical and a more realistic way of the world. Women, my brain is all rainbows and sunshines and daisies. Like seriously, I love Jason Voorhees. Have a tattoo of him behind my ear, but only the originals because it's so fake. The gore. I can't watch Saw. Like I'm not into that kind of stuff. This stuff with the kids, this stuff with the murders and all this stuff. I can't see any of that. It breaks my heart. Right? Literally brings tears to me because that's what a woman does. That's why the men handle stuff. A woman as a cop, I don't trust her. I don't care how you think about me. But Pete Hegseth told Sean Ryan about women in the military. I fully understand. We need to be the supportive factor. We need to be the ones getting the intel, right? Doing the plan, writing it like seriously behind a freaking desk computer, never in the field because you're putting men in danger because innately a real man, especially a soldier, is going to protect any woman. He doesn't care if she's a soldier. So it's like, no, no, it's a genocide. They're killing us. And then a commander.
nah,
I love.
I hear what you're saying, but I just want to get this message out just because this is what I was studying at like mid 2024, and then on and so forth. But according to the Chinese, they're saying energetically, middle-aged women have things on their side like for the next 20 years, and
Hmm.
yeah, that's just like something for you to keep in your back pocket because
In what way?
well, so the element is represented by fire, and fire is anything that's like entertainment wise in your face. So if you put yourself out there as you are right now, like in spaces, and you have your picture, which is a form of like a fire element because it's the self entertainment, like you're showing yourself, and then you're also entertaining people by hosting the space.
Hmm.
That works in your favor, and on top of that, you're a woman, so it's like you can see from 2000 to 2020 that it was like more so middle aged men, or not middle aged, like
Hmm.
younger men, like the boy bands. That's when all the baggy clothes started to get popping with Chris Brown, NSYNC, Justin Timberlake, like all those boy groups. They were like super popular because the energetically they just happened to be at the right place at the right time. But 1980 to 2000, that's when young women had the ball in their court again. But now it's back in the women's court. It's just not the young women this time; it's the middle aged women. And I just share that so that you can just keep an eye out for it. It's gonna. This is the first year it popped off, so y'all got 19 more years. Just
Well,
keep
my thing
it.
is, my thing is, I'm a water monkey. So what's that do to the fire?
Ah,
Because I'm a Cancer as well. I'm very
Well,
fiery.
ah.
we talked about this last time too. I'm glad you said that. So you're good with feminine fire, which is like a candlelight, but masculine
Mhm.
fire, like the sun, that's not necessarily going to be it's not going to be conflictive, but it just doesn't make a combination. But yeah, you're the masculine form of water, which is intuitive, adaptive, and you're a monkey too. I was just saying,
Mhm.
like 1992 monkeys, y'all are like the a
Mhm.
monkey in its element, you know.
Yeah, America's a monkey.
Yeah, that too, which is cool. But I'm more interested to see about the numbers. Now that I came up with this little theory, I just want to see who's who and what's what.
Have you ran mine? I've had so many numerology readings. Honestly, the whole world probably knows my birthday because I'm very proud of my birthday. I'm
Oh
seven
shit.
seven.
Yes, she said the whole world, sir. Is there a problem?
Yeah,
No,
the
ain't
whole
no, ain't
world.
no, ain't
I
no,
was
ain't
told.
no
I was
problem. I
told
said
I
oh
was
shit because
favored by
like
the Matrix, which means God loves me because of my numbers. I know. I know.
no, it's like because most people aren't open to like putting their birthday out there. A lot of people be like
Well, that's
trying to
because
like
a lot
to
of people use that birthday for fucking nefarious, evil bullshit. But you know what? Bring it on. It's not like it hasn't been happening. Again, I don't
Uh,
hide. You see, the thing is about me and what is different about anybody else that is not like me is I have literally, and I'm not saying this about anons or anything because I understand needing to be anonymous in certain fields and certain, again, they've been coming after me, come at me. Um, but no, I have nothing to hide whatsoever. So I'm gonna fucking be all out. That's my real name, my full name, first, middle, and last. That's my real face. Um, I just, I'm over, I don't hide. I can't lie anyways. I always forget and then I always start laughing because people believe my lies because I think they're just retarded and then it gets bad. Um I get hives whenever I lie in person. Can't do that. I legit turn red. It's hilarious. So no, but I'm seven
no,
seven ninety two. I don't mind.
yeah, no, that's a good principle to stand by. I can respect that. You know.
And I don't believe in any energy that anybody puts towards me. Not
damn.
I mean, like I'm too positive for that. Like honestly, I wake up like
Yeah,
happy.
you smart. I can tell you smart.
I'm an O positive blood too. So I mean like I'm always happy. People get so irritated. I'm always happy and
And you're a
laughing.
monkey. Oh shit.
I
Yeah,
know.
you
I
smart.
love to fuck with people. You guys, I have like one of the biggest psyops going on this app. It's so funny.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing a couple things on this app, which is
I just
crazy.
got in it. I dug in there and I was like, all right, what psyop am I gonna make them believe so I can laugh at them too?
Hey,
So wait, you're a life pad born the 7 day?
Yeah,
That's a good mix. That's a good mix.
I know 772 and a 9 monkey. 789. Also,
Damn.
my first name it has a 33 in there. I mean, literally. I said this even before knowing all of like what my numbers entail. Um, like literally I have every number that you can think of. I have the 369, I have everything. It's crazy when you come to think of it.
Yeah, but you had that overall karmic energy though. That shit sets your
That's why I know
foundation. That
karma's a
grounds you.
bitch. Yep. I've always said my whole life before even knowing my life path number. Karma's a bitch and so am I. Because I never lift a finger towards anybody who does anything towards me. I don't need to. God handles that. I don't need to.
that part. Yeah, you. I think. Yes, just what I've seen, kind of understood from studying when it comes down to people trying to send bad energy. That shit probably might last like 30 days. If you're decent, you might be able to stir something up that lasts like 60. But it's not gonna ever be enough to throw someone off to where they're not gonna be able to recover, especially if you're living right. The most people I've seen that out here that take hits and be in a fear frequency or just people that kind of like it seemed like they brought it onto themselves and
Hmm.
they threw the rock at one point and they just didn't like when they got caught for it. But what I have for you here is I believe you're a. If I was to take your solar birthday and your lunar birthday, one of the aspects that I got for you was 34/7. You're 34/7. You like a long time, don't you?
Yes, I know she do.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I know she do.
I like
You
what?
you like your alone time?
A long time?
No, you like your alone time.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fight for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I need it or else I literally go crazy.
And she
That's when
know
I
when the
start
motherfucker
having like
lies too.
claustrophobic.
Hey, okay. All right.
No, I
Yeah.
have like claustrophobic reaction. Like, and I mean, I'm not claustrophobic. I've been guys growing up like for fun when we snuck out of my friend's house. I was in the trunk. I was perfectly fine, right? I wanted to. I volunteered to be one of the ones in the trunk. So it's like I know it's not being claustrophobic, but no, it's yeah, but yeah, I definitely need to be alone at times.
Damn. Yeah, your numbers is cool. So the 34 is represented as the spiritual king, and that's a good number to have alongside of your monkey energy with the masculine water. That's probably why you over here saying like, yeah, it's hard for you to get touched because you're the king, and people throwing pebbles. Um, this it says a balanced 34 is creating step-by-step systems for knowledge, healing, and success, creating beautiful and clever products with a practical application, a regal, priestly, and sagely energy that offers others spiritual advice, the most grounded of numbers, sevens, connecting to heaven and earth. That's big. Uh,
Wow.
Also, it says creating kingdom of like-minded people specializing in a certain field. And hold on, real quick, let me tell you some people that are also 34 sevens. You got Kim Kardashian, which is big. Ralph Sue Schumer, I think that's how you say that. Hillary Swank, Surgery Brand, Mike Tyson,
Ah, I love him.
R.T. Senna, Robert Smith, Shinzo Abe, Paul Allen, Roseanne Barr, David Ho, Arnold
Roseanne Barr,
Schwarzenegger.
no way.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger too.
Oh, I love him too.
Joe Frazier, the boxer, who endowed the Chinese president at one point, I guess. Luciano Pavarotti, operator tenor, Charles Mason, cult leader, Frank Sinatra, the
Wait,
singer.
Charles Manson?
Yeah, Charles
You know he
Manson.
died where I live in
Oh shit.
2017.
See,
Do you
tell me,
know
Damn.
how much
bruh, you can't
how
make this up.
deeply I was into his mind? I
Wow,
really
and look
had to
at that.
figure out how to get in his mind and how his
Yeah,
mind worked.
no. Do you see why though? Because you guys share that 34 aspect.
Yep, I do see why. And honestly, he's nothing exact like at all what he was portrayed to be, but that's another besides the point.
Yeah, right. You know how that goes. You
Oh
start
yeah.
getting the cameras in the spotlight. Someone got something to say.
Yeah, no, what happens is they do shit in the name of other people and then they fucking testify and get their yeah, guys. I mean, look
Yeah,
at Epstein.
yeah. Which is wild.
It's wild.
Crazy work. Who else we got? We got Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of Ghana, Fats Waller, the jazz singer, and Mark Twain, the author.
Whoa, Mark Twain?
Yeah, you have hella like,
Really?
yeah.
That's crazy.
It
I
says
love
King
Mark
archetype,
Twain.
high spiritual strength, wisdom and experience, authority by virtue of wisdom, strong idealism, and contact with itself and intrinsic value. Trust the process of life. Because it's cool because you have like the social communication of the three, and then the hard work of the four, and then the mysticism of the seven. So it's like you put all three of those together, which is represented by the planet Neptune, the seven. Yeah, there's always I like looking at the different variations of compound numbers because a 2911 is always going to be different from a 2011. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Or
Or
pure living.
yeah, or like a 38 or a 56. They all have
Yep.
different expressions.
Yes. Different energies. The numbers are completely different frequencies.
Right. But yeah,
Completely different.
that's what I got for you as of now. That's just like one portion of my consultation that I feature, and
Well,
honestly,
no, that breaks it down perfectly.
Yeah, because it's not only your sun birthday that we glorify over here on the West. You got to look at the lunar birthday too. Take each of them because the sun is one leg, the moon is another leg. Now let's see who you are within the Trinity. Like, what are you actually standing on? Like, what's the head? So when you give birth with the sun and the moon, boom, you get something that is complete because it has masculine and feminine polarity, just like
Male and
us.
female, the sun and the moon.
Yeah, you gotta have that part. That's in my
Interesting.
opinion, because it's just like, yo, you don't really see the whole picture until you
We
look
laid
at.
out all the pieces on the table.
Yeah, like, well, we can't just go with one. One is cool, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I seen this shit, and I'm like, yo, this is something different.
I like that way of thinking though. You're open to other ways adding on to what is already known by you, right? It's not that you're replacing it or believing a different system. It's just you're adding to it, right? That's
Exactly.
honestly how you get wisdom.
Yeah, Pythagoras did what he did. Shout out to the God. Gary did what he did. Shout out to the God. But at the end of the day, there's many thinkers out here that have given me enough, time to listen to how they think and just kind of see. Because numerology really wasn't my thing. I thought it was cool, but I had already understood astrology within the Chinese cipher, the Vedic cipher, the tropical cipher. Um, just reading a lot of esoteric texts.
Mhm.
Rudolf
Mhm.
Steiner.
That'll do it.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna do it. If you can't learn none of these sciences, just listen to like Rudolf Steiner talk. He has like fucking hundreds of audiobooks on the spiritual, mental, and the physical realm. He wasn't calling it that at the time, but that's really what he was describing was, the
Mhm.
different layers.
Him and Manly P. Hall, I strongly recommend both of them. They're very aligned. They're very, I don't know if it was copied and relayed. I don't understand, right? But all I know is they are so spot on, and I can't even explain why I have it confirmed. Like I know for a fact, and it isn't a belief. This is like boom in your face. Here it is. Accept it. Knowledge. So it's like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, just
Right.
just it's so easy. You don't need to. I always thought I never understand those sciences. I'm not gonna lie. Neil deGrasse Tyson is the one who brought me on to the whole astro anything. Okay. And it was more so the physics part of it, how everything works, right? How it goes together. Um, but yeah, you know, you really don't even need to look into the signs and stuff like that, even though like they'll cover it. But still, it's amazing how much they just ridicule and just tear down the reputation of people that if you heard them it'd be like, whoa, it's opening your spiritual door,
Right. Because
basically.
yeah, these people
Trigger, yeah.
they got access to a portion of the mind that a lot of people don't. So when you realize that this person is able to communicate something that you've never been taught at a high level, and you understand that shit is like, hold on, let me get some more of that. Like, that's brain food, like what they say.
No, for real.
And
It, imagine the first time you're getting a reading on your numbers and the first words out of the mouth are "you're a genius," and I'm like, but wait a second, I knew that. It's like that kind of feeling,
Yeah.
right? Because you understand
Mm-hmm.
things that you never even learned or could understand before.
Right.
right, at
Um.
this level, this got to be respected as like a very sacred language because it demeans
Symbols.
it. Like when you have understanding of the metaphysics and the numbers, and you can tell people things about themselves, and they don't value it. That makes me not want to speak the language amongst them. I look at it like some secret society shit. Like I'm not about to say a word till you
No,
ask
for
me.
real.
Yeah, like why would you ever
Then
demean
there's
such
some
a
stuff that's like
tool?
so cool you want to say, but you can't say. Like
Yeah,
it's
Shit, I'll say majority of it, but if I
yeah.
have to if I have to sign like an NDA, I can't say it. I'm not
It's
gonna say
not
it.
even that. It's well, in a certain what the original like meaning of having a secret society, at least in America, why we had, let's say, the Freemasons is what I know personally. Okay, it's not signing anything. It's when you come to a certain amount of knowledge, right? Which is I'm gonna tell you right now, it's basically what we're talking right now. Okay, this is how I know it through reading, not studying astrology. Is because and why I know it through Manly P. Hall. Okay. Another reason why they tear him down. But this is the way that they teach you to have the open-mindedness. At least from what I was taught whenever I was being mentored through this, it was studies on how to build from within out, and then how to build a community around you. It's like step like it's philosophically and allegorically steps, right, on how to build life around you, within you first, and getting one with your spirit and balance and all this kind of stuff that we were just mentioning.
Right.
So when you come to a certain amount of knowledge and you understand why this knowledge is not spoken about, number one, there people just don't need to freaking know everything, right? Again, like if you're making a move and you have an adversary, you're not going to tell your adversary what you're going to do. I don't know
Of
why.
course not. What the fuck?
Right? I mean, they did put it in the rules of engagement in war. I don't know why they did that, but they do have it now, at least in the political field. But like on a personal level, you're not going to tell anybody that's going against you what you're going to do, if anything, in that situation, right? So shit, I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah, honestly, I think Manly P. Hall is a certified crash out. He just happened to speak it with a soft tone. That man said some shit in the chapter. I forget what. I think it was a book talking about like black magic, and he said like, surely, if you believe that black magic does not exist, you are a fool. But
Yeah.
it's surely.
Damn.
Like,
No,
Oh
it's so
shit.
true though,
All right.
because it's so true though. But he's talking about in Haiti.
yeah,
Mhm.
I got these plans flying over me
Hades.
every time I want to respond, but surely, if you believe that black magic does not exist, you are a fool and a mediocre amateur at best. Because by
The
the
early
time you
American
find,
accent, I know.
he's like, by the time that you find out that they placed a spell on you, you would have understood that you've made a grave mistake. That is why it is important to operate from the light side of magic. Like, and he's just giving you like a little bit of a forewarning, because
No, what he's doing is he's leading. That's what I see what you're saying there.
right, he's saying like if you,
See, but my intuition, I just glaze over those areas.
oh,
And
gotcha.
honestly, that's not in Freemasonry. So, oh, there you guys go. Take that to the bank.
Nah,
Right.
for real.
Honestly, I took it with like a grain of salt though, because I was like, all right, there's different eras, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone has their core reason as to why you're gonna engage in any type of magic. But if it's gonna
Hmm.
be something that's like under the dark lines, and you might get a little recoil damage, and if you're not experienced in what you're doing, and you have bad karma, and you fucked with someone that was anointed, you gotta add all that
Okay,
stuff.
yeah, you know what? That you're right. If you think it, if you, yeah, you're right. Especially the level of students he was teaching, right? Um, yeah, you're totally right that it is totally real if you believe it to be real and you use it to be real, because it is real. It's using the energy. It's putting that thought. It's what we do without even knowing it. I mean, until we know it, but we still do it even without knowing it.
But
That shit crazy.
yeah, it's important.
Um,
Go ahead, Lee. You
damn. You know that Seb is an injury prone, right?
Yeah. I broke my arm when I was 7 in 2 places. I have a
What the
27 tattooed on me
fuck?
too.
Wait, that don't be.
I have a 27 tattooed on me too. So it's like, I know.
Shit. Okay.
I keep my 7s and my 2s.
Yo, you know Ryan Garcia, the professional boxer, the Mexican boxer, he's a 34/7 as well. And with his solar birthday, which is interesting because I mean
I like
the
Ryan.
I think about it like this, yeah, sevens might be open, but man, from because I have a lot of seven energy too.
You know, keep a lot in.
Are y'all good in relationships?
Yeah.
Well, it depends. If let me give my perspective on that right now, because this is something I've been thinking about for a while. It's like,
Yeah, because most sevens I know aren't good in relationships.
yeah, the more that you date, you just have to learn that you have your
Ah,
times that you need to be alone and recharge. Because if you don't get that alone time to where you can think clear, and also
Mm-hmm.
because
you know
I'll
what?
be honest, this one chick I was dating, like she'll come over on Sunday and won't leave till Thursday, and I know that.
Oh no,
You
she
know,
gonna have to
bro.
leave.
you know, you know what I'm saying, and that to me is just like, ah, shit, like.
But in a relationship, I'm not like that.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, I said we were just dating at the time, but I'm taking notes. I'm like, no, if I actually wanted to, be monogamous to her and make time for her, that means that we're gonna have to have an understanding. Like, I'm gonna need that a long time for sure, and she probably is too. But as a seven, it's mandatory. It's mandatory. You can't. You
I
have
know
to
you're
get that
right.
shit.
You're right. And then you can't even put like a time restriction on it because it's like, I get it.
You
You
can't
get
lie to a
lost.
seven either.
We get so lost in it. I do, at least. But I get lost in information.
But you learn to appreciate the fuck out of that shit, though.
Everything.
I go to the beach at least fucking 6 7 times a week just to go get that recharge, put my feet in the sand, ground, the sun charging up the sand. I'm getting that electrical current running through the body next to the ocean with the wind blowing and shit. Like, and I can think for 2 hours with myself. There's another. I see a whole bunch of people that literally set up their lawn chair and just gaze
I
off
would
the
never
ocean.
leave. Yep.
That is actually really healthy. I would assume to where you can decompress away from society, away from technology. You ain't got these EMF waves going through your body, and you just think about your next few steps or where you're at currently, and have a sense of gratitude. That's healthy to me. Sound healthy.
Sarah, I had to be I had to be the bad bearer of news. You're cool, but you're my enemy sign, unfortunately.
You're a tiger. It's okay. You know what?
Yes,
My son's a
ma'am.
tiger.
What?
I know. I beat the freaking death code. My first kid is a tiger,
Yo,
my
wait. So
opposite.
wait, you
And I
got
can't
wait.
die in my own year, bro.
I have a theory about that though. I think
Well, you had theory about dead code.
no, 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 about opposition signs, because all it is
I love tigers though.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of
I
course.
love
Yeah, enemies attract for sure.
my nephew, he oh my gosh. My niece is they're my only niece and nephew that I have, but she is my sunshine. He is my soul man. Oh my gosh. Me and him, it's just yeah. Yeah. And even my son, like, yeah, we bicker, whatever, but that's just a parent and a child regardless. No, my son's very respectable. My son. I've always been proud of my son. Always, 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 always. He's very smart. He's a 7 as well.
Right. You know, there's a lot of marketing tactics that go on with the terminology and stuff, and it is good. It is. I ain't gonna lie. But 1 + 8 + 0 = 9, and 9 can either be the ending or completion, right? So
Or both.
yeah, exactly. And it. You pick and choose, man. If you got two people that have spiritual, mental, and physical awareness, you're more likely to get along with them versus just having one aspect, like, oh, you're physically attracted to each other. That's not gonna fucking save you, especially in the dating realms. Sarah's right on the money. I told you I'm a promoter down here in Southern California in the nightlife. I meet 1,000 people a month. Every girl that happens to tell me that she, whatever her birthday is, and she give me her number or whatever. As soon as I find out she's a dragon, I just keep that in my back pocket because I know that there's gonna
Oh,
be
but
some shit.
dragons, man, those
Wait, so
are
you're a dog or a
different
girl?
Yeah.
altogether. Nobody likes the
Well,
dragons.
listen. There's different types too. Yeah, I'm a dog,
Yeah,
but
but
I'm a wood dog. And the last couple dragons I came across were metal dragons. Metal and
that's
wood
good.
don't really get they don't get along. The metal cuts through the wood, and I know that they have a bit of emotion behind them, and I know my cousin, he's a 11 life pad dragon. It explained everything. When this last girl that I met that was a dragon, another 11 light pad dragon. We hit it off. I met her in the first night. She started passing out my flyers for me. We went to the after hours and everything. Took her home, got her food. It was smooth. Everything went smooth, but a little too smooth because I knew. I was like, nah.
It felt like a setup.
Yeah,
Yeah, but what happened after that elsewhere with her not involved? Like it just leaves the energy there.
yeah, exactly. She wondered. She's like, yo, he ain't even text me or call me. Like, I got her like on her toes because she sees that not only am I already, busy with the nightlife routine, but I have wisdom, and I know your birthday, and I ran that shit, and it's telling me that me and you are more prone to get in arguments over stupid shit just because of how much we like each other and how much we're alike.
Uh,
That's it's that simple.
damn.
Okay, but I don't get lost on that shit. I don't fall into that. Maybe because I'm a mom, though. It's
Yeah, that's good.
different.
That's
No,
good.
your connection.
I know games like that, right?
Yeah, dating
But
and
damn,
dating
no,
and
that kind of
children
threw
are
me off
complete.
though.
Well, dating and having children are completely different. And then on top of that, there's different type of enemy signs. As I mentioned, metal doesn't go with wood. If your guys' elements are synonymous and compatible as well, that's a huge plus. It don't matter if you're
Yeah, they'll break
opposite.
down like how
Yeah,
bad things go.
your element is way stronger than the animal. That's let me be the first one to tell you that. I studied under Kevin Chan, body practitioner, Pauline Chan, body practitioner, Joey Yap, Renner Q. Like all these motherfuckers, they say the same shit, but they say it in different ways, and they're obviously
Damn.
competing
I
with
don't know. I'm a real, gosh, I'm such a monkey.
you.
I'm such a monkey.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
No,
It
no.
gets me in trouble. It's okay.
Yeah, the animal in the physical, you're gonna see that animal a lot. The animal it corresponds to your ascendant sign in astrology, so that first house, the year that you're in. That's no different from your ascendant. So how you
At least we age good.
yeah. Yeah,
Well, I just like to play, and I've always liked to play, and I've always liked to be the smartest one about it, right? Witty. Um, yeah. Yep. I go so far as stop using it as a freaking insult because monkeys are actually smart. So haha. Jokes on them.
Yeah, monkeys are smart, but they're
Like that's
nice
what I
time
just have
too.
to say about that. And I find offense.
Hey, y'all know about personal years?
yes, sir.
I just got out of my 22.
I just got
I'm going
36.
I
into
built
my
a lot
nine
last
personal year,
year.
my enemy year.
Is it actually though? What's your birthday again? Because
Huh?
I'll tell you what, according to the GG33 what is it the formula, I would be in the 9 year as of now, but
Oh, you been your 9 year cycle? Cause
You
when
have a
your birthday
different one?
passed?
that's what they say. But according to other teachers, because keep in mind I'm a researcher, I do my own thing. um I'm in a one, a 37 one actually, and last year I actually like down to the T I experienced exactly what kind of nine I was in last year. Like I could not fucking make it up. A 36 9 last year, and 36 happens to be the number of betrayal. I kid you not. I experienced that shit. 37 this year, I'm experiencing that shit right now.
The number of
37,
what?
36 is like it's one of the aspects of the 36 is that it's the number of betrayal.
Oh my
The
gosh.
37,
Yeah, it's a dude that was just on another space I was in. He was just like claiming that he was God, but he said I'm a 36 life path. I'm like, bro, you're a 9 life path. Just say that. He was like, no, it's 36 is different. I'm like, bro, okay, you think you're God? It's okay.
you know, there's many aspects. Every number got the good and the bad, the light and the dark. But I'm just saying what I experienced, which was 36. I went through that betrayal last year, and the enemy year on top of that. This year, I'm in the personal 37 year, which is a one. Chris Brown, he's a 37 one life path that gives you anything like to understand how he's been living his entire life.
And he's a snake.
My lunar birthday is a 37 one. My dad is a 37 one. The personal year I'm in right now is a 37 one. I kid you not. 37 is the number of abundance, the finer things, like good sex and shit. And that shit is true. It is. I ain't gonna lie. Cause this year your boy been putting in some work. Taking these
But that's the
classes.
key.
Yeah,
That's the key. That's usually what's left out is that you got to put in the work. You got to put
Yeah,
in the energy to get the outcome that is meant or
yeah.
able to come
Yeah,
out,
that
right?
that that that's the main part because you can have knowledge of this shit, but if you don't know how to turn it on, then it's as
Yep.
much good as
Once the
nothing.
energy's not there, I mean, you're not putting anything out to get anything back.
Yeah. But it is fun when you know how to do that shit. I'll tell you what, I use that shit every fucking week.
that's crazy, man.
I don't
Like,
know how to do it like down to details, but I don't know. My mind works.
I could tell you a little bit more. You know, you're the spiritual king from the 34/7.
Yep,
Another
that's why. Yep, my gut.
another aspect that you have is you're a 76 too.
That's a 13.
Yeah, that's 13. And it's funny that you said that because they didn't even break it down. They just kept it as the 13, not a 4. And I'll tell you some people that are 76s. You have,
That one and that 3 are very, very powerful. That's the father and the son.
yeah, I know. It's not beautiful. Gotta love that. You have John McEnroe, tennis player, Christopher Reeve, actor, Francis Ford Francis Ford Coppola, the instructor.
Christopher Reeves. Oh my gosh, I love Superman.
Yeah, Corazon Aquino, President, BB King, musician, Wilbur Wright, airplanes,
Hell
Ralph
yeah.
Waldo Emerson, Insatius, James Madison, former president. Um,
Whoa.
yeah, it's just got some more information overall. And I'll tell you real quick, the 76 balance is artistic, creative, and unique, full of originality and new ideas, very open spiritually, and is constantly downloading new inspiration, family oriented and spiritual at the same time, willing to spend a long time on a piece of work or art to make it perfect, which is interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. If I don't lose focus. Yeah.
Yeah, this is again, it's a portion of the consultation, but this is just to be used. Now that you know a little bit more of what you're working with, and you recorded the space, so you can always just refer back to those numbers, 34 and 76. Who knows? Maybe you might see them numbers more often.
Or 1776.
Say that one more time.
1776, the year we were founded.
Oh wow, wow.
Yeah, that 17 has something to do with the whole Q movement. I was going to ask you about 27.
What's up with the 27? Do you see it often?
I have it tattooed on me. Yeah, my great grandpa, the one I was closest with ever since I was little, was born on the 27th in the year 1927,
Hmm.
and I see it everywhere. Yeah, yeah, it's everywhere.
That part. All right. So the 27 is known as the term for it. I believe is the scepter. Is what I'm seeing right here.
What does that mean?
I would assume it's like the wand to like the Harry Potter wand within magic. Like the 27 is a natural connected being to the things that you cannot see. You got Aaron Paul, which is got the 27 vibration. Toby Maguire, Gwyneth Paltrow, Mariah Carey. There's a whole bunch. But yeah, 27. This is a balanced 27. A born leader with empathy, people skills, and fairness, seeing the other's potential and bringing out the best in them. A guru enjoying great respect and reverence from others, learning to lead from both heart and mind, creating the perfect terms of people to do the job. Yeah, you get the 2 from the Venus and the 7 from Neptune, and then in total the 9, which is Mars. I think I feel like you answered your own question though when you asked that. It just I give you my perspective, but overall, it seems like if you haven't received the answer, it'll show up pretty soon.
What if I'm in denial?
You're in denial.
What if I don't want to say yes yet?
Yeah, that's dope. Sometimes
I
you gotta
mean,
sometimes it gotta be like that, like you wanna get proven wrong. You wanna
uh,
see it for yourself.
no, it's a psyop.
You place the psyop on yourself.
The world is a psyop. Everything, political, everything.
Yeah, no, you got a point.
Are we even here? Exactly, right? That's like where I go, just so far in denial. I'm just, I'm running. I'm like, nah.
Right. Yeah. I kind of try and take the Neo perspective and just start manifesting shit whenever I want. But that takes a little bit of time. I just went through the opposition year, the enemy year last year as a dog. Now the aftermath going through 2025, we still caught some collateral damage. It wasn't all good. Trump still took some hits. I know a lot of dogs that took some hits this year. So we still had to be on our toes. Certain stars in certain positions that still they promote certain things. So 2026 should be a little bit better, but we'll see.
Have you heard about the G3 asteroid that's swinging by?
No, I haven't.
I mean, it's been all over recently. I've known since the end of last year, like November, about it, but it's supposed to swing by Earth in November.
Oh wow, that's gonna be
And then
interesting.
the second sun found. There's a second sun. A second. Gosh, it was like 2 months ago. My friend posted it. But as we all know, what happens up above happens below, right?
Yeah, that's the beauty of this shit.
And just to think that it's us that it happens with, that it happens up there too. It's weird.
Yeah, yeah. I don't try and spend too much time like asking the why. I like to see. I'm like, all right, or let me say this. I spent a lot of time asking the why. Then I started to get the answer as to why. Then I spent more time trying to figure out as to how, and then you found out like, all right, well, that's how it happened. And now it's just like, all right, when shit happens, it's like, okay,
Yep.
like,
Yep. But now I'm just trying to distract.
all right, yeah, sometimes it's cool to zone out. You want to be able to take some time and really dive deep. For me, what helps me out with that personally, and I honestly feel like it would be such one of the greatest over-the-counter prescriptions. Man, freaking psilocybin, it does it. It
Oh,
really
I
does.
thought you were gonna say marijuana. Like California.
Nah. Yeah, honestly, there was one strain of weed that I smoked in my life that was fucking off the chain, like just perfect. Spoke to my spirit. There was not too many chemicals. I didn't feel like I was about to, get way too stimulated. Because nowadays it's like they put so much shit on the shit. You smoke it, and you like paranoid. You can't even fucking enjoy it because you're looking over your shoulder and hearing shit. At least for me, that's what I expect. I'm not a pothead like that. And then
Ah,
on top of it, I wish I could get something that was actually grown from the ground naturally, not just thrown together with all these chemicals and all
well,
these
and you're in San Diego, and I've been saying for like a year now, the devil lives in San Diego.
well,
I
that
know.
makes sense.
I know, like the just because of how bad it's gotten. And I mean, just how infiltrated we got federally, right? Like Border Patrol agents, the whole team was fired. I think like two teams for being
Yeah,
ops. It's just in that sense. It's
yeah.
metaphorically.
Yeah. Nah, nah, I hear no. It's a lot
Also
more real.
Tijuana.
Yeah,
It's right there.
I get it. Trust me,
Yeah.
there's a lot going on. But that's why I like to see I know my strengths. You can take it from many aspects. Like you can take it from the tropical, the Chinese, the numerology, whatever it means. To me, it sounds like when I hear dog being the 11th sign, which is a charismatic speaker, and a Gemini having the ability to communicate as well, with the 33 being the number of communication. At that point, when you see those three, it's like, all right, this motherfucker is probably meant to talk. Like use your fucking ability to talk to your advantage. And if you go even deeper, that's when you can really see, like, all right, you can make money from talking. And I don't make the rules, but when you start to see so much correspondence, it's like, all right, you have the understanding. Now just go out there and try. Like, there's one book I
I
recommend
want to hide
everyone
in my shell. That's when I turn into a Cancer.
to. Yeah,
It's hard.
yeah, I know. We all that's the beauty though. We all got different positions and abilities. But yeah, there's one book I recommend. It's called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And yeah, I listened to that book, a couple of times. Now that you saying that the devil lives in San Diego, that's the first time I heard that, but I believe that shit
Oh my
because
gosh, thank you. You're the first one to confirm it. It's because I know
yeah,
so many people in San Diego and even some border patrol, and I'm just like, oh no, devil's in San Diego. No, no, there's just bad stuff in San Diego.
yeah. I'll be the first one to tell you, man. I literally there every weekend, outside every weekend, Wednesday through Saturday. I have to try and diffuse it to my best ability, if I can. But we just there's a lot going on. Just within the last week, there was a shooting and a stabbing.
Don't worry. Don't worry, soon. I promise. I can't say more than that, but soon. Pam Bondi just got the sanctuary state status removed. Thank God. So now they can come in and they can stop hiding people who have only been here to control and hurt us. So, but where I live, Central California, there's so much agriculture. I mean, we
Right, right.
we we got it from the very beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope that you have knowledge of this stuff too. I don't really have as much knowledge on the political side of things, but I like that. I like the topic. I think it's cool, but I just need to
You get the
cover a few
beach.
more bases.
I'd rather have the beach.
Yeah, the beach is not bad. I ain't gonna lie, but there's something going on with the fucking water and shit. Like, there's like
Dogs
little.
are turning gay. Alex Jones.
Oh man, honestly, this it's weird. There's like little pieces of lettuce coming up on the shore. It looks like lettuce, but it's all around and up and down the shore, like a big excess amount of lettuce showing up on the shore.
How are the shark? What's the shark migration looking like?
So like Mission Beach area, Fiesta Island, that like
Yeah. Yep.
area. So it's really weird though. It seems like chemical shit is really being dumped into the ocean because there's some weird ass foam that forms too. Like, it's really weird. I never seen it before. Like, this weird, nasty type of foam. And I seen some people getting off their jet skis and they put their foot in the what would be the beach, but their foot got so like dark. It looked like they were stepping in oil or like some type of sewage, and it smelled too. And some people asked me, I never got in the water. I was just watching it. Like, yo, is this sewage? And I was like, damn, okay, that confirms my thoughts because I was looking at it and thought it looked funny too. Um, but
Well,
yeah,
how long ago did the tides go up too high? Remember?
yo, that happens every other day over here. Every other day.
It's been
Like,
happening more frequently now ever since it happened that one big time, the flooding.
yeah, man, I don't know. Well, there was one day I was like, yeah, I think I don't want to. I was like,
2
if
years
this, if
ago.
oh, okay, got you. Yeah, I witnessed it. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker is raising and lowering often. Very often. Like, if not every 3 to 4 days, it never stays the same. It's always at a different level each day, from what it seems like. And it makes me think about like what's the moon got to do with this? Like, is it is the moon getting stronger or trying to tell us something? It was weird last Friday. I kid you not. The tide was so
What do you
low,
mean?
the lowest it's ever been. The tide was so low. I thought like I was like, yo, is this tsunami about to probably pop up? Because you know what they say when the tide is low and it draws super far back, that's a sign for you to understand like there's potentially a natural disaster that can happen. That's what my marine biologist told me back in 2012. So I took his wisdom from it. I'm like, all right, I think he might know some shit, but it stuck with me, and it was hella low, hella low, and I was like, all right, it's
There's a
kind of weird.
shifting going on. Hmm.
Yeah, it's a lot. I think the sun is going through some changes. I think the planets, or I think Mother Earth for a fact. We're in that 9 year, and you have knowledge of the masonry side of things. I have knowledge of the Kemetic ancestry side of things, and from what I've understood with my ancestors and things of that nature, that it's always going to show up in nature first,
Mm-hmm.
and it typically does. Like all of the Chinese cipher science, those are just combinations in nature. Like you're a masculine water sign, and the feminine water sign, or no, the feminine water sign is like, so masculine is going to be the ocean,
Emotional. I get it.
right? Right. Not only that, but the masculine water is
I'm not wrong.
right. No, that was funny though. You're like,
It's true. I know.
no, but the masculine is represented as the ocean, but the feminine water is probably just going to be like a cup of water. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like not as
Yeah.
much,
It's more diluted, if you
condensed.
will.
Yeah, like you're like the masculine is like the volume turned all the way up, and the feminine is the volume turned down.
Okay. I get
So
that. It makes sense too. It's totally true.
you know, and so in China, fire and water actually gets along because if it's the masculine water with the feminine fire, again, the masculine fire is the sun, the feminine fire is a candlelight. And what do they do in China? They float candles throughout the ocean.
Yeah, they do.
And they also, if you want to cook like some noodles or something, what do? You boil some water. Same shit.
Hmm. That's interesting.
Yeah. They got a lot of truth behind their science, but I feel like I done metaphysics everyone out tonight. I'll definitely be around your spaces more often, though. You always been cool. I remember seeing you.
Yeah. Yeah. I run around everywhere. I try to. I just try to, nobody laughs anymore on these faces. Everybody dies for their freaking throats.
Yeah, that's true though. A lot of people don't.
Or just getting really, really, really degenerate. And I can't handle it. I can't handle
Yeah,
it because
that's the
it's a
best way.
problem on here.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to put it. It is getting degenerate.
Yeah. That's even the way I have to talk about it because I just don't talk like that. Come to find out what's really going on with some people, it's like, well, run away. But
Yeah,
no problem. I'll start hosting spaces. We'll do one about energy and numbers
yeah, them
because
part.
it's a lot better when I have another person talking about numbers because a lot of people,
Yeah, they're
I don't know,
sensitive.
they have their bias. Once they figure out, oh, she knows about Masons and oh, numbers and all this kind of stuff,
Hmm.
it just they put too much pressure on it.
Yeah,
Honestly, that's how I feel.
yeah, I experienced a bit of that as well. But at this point, it's just like, yo, you know what? You know who you are at the end of the day. Don't let someone else tell you who the fuck you are. It's a mind.
Exactly what I try to tell them.
Yeah, that's backwards hustling. We don't do that. So uh unless we're on the treadmill, sometimes the backwards hustling is good. Yeah,
I just sit there and laugh at them now. And
right.
I just don't say anything because it's just so, like I said, I could be